You are worthy before anyone questioned it. You're safe here. Take a breath. You don't need to sit a certain way. You don't need to clear your mind. You don't need to feel calm or open or receptive. Just notice that you're here. You chose to pause for a few minutes, and that matters. This is not a lesson. There's nothing to learn or improve, nothing to fix or figure out. This is simply a place to rest and to remember something that may have been buried under a lot of noise. If at any point you feel overwhelmed, you can stop. You can come back later. Nothing here is time sensitive. Take one slow breath and let yourself arrive. There is a quiet longing many of us carry, a longing to be accepted as we are, without explanation, without apology, without having to prove we're worthy of space. A longing to feel whole instead of constantly managing what hurts. To stop negotiating with ourselves just to feel okay. If you recognize that longing, there's nothing wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean you failed at healing. It means you're human. I want to say this gently and clearly. You are worthy of kindness. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of care, safety, and belonging. Not because you've healed enough, not because you've overcome the right things, not because you're doing life correctly, simply because you exist. Your worth is not something you earn. It's not something you maintain through effort. It's what remains when you stop arguing with yourself about whether you deserve to be here. What happened to you matters. What was said to you matters. What you were taught to believe about yourself matters. And none of it has the right to dictate your future. Unless you keep carrying it forward as truth. You're allowed to set some of it down. You're allowed to stop replaying old conversations in your mind. You're allowed to revoke access to voices that only know how to criticize you. If this feels difficult, that makes sense. Many of us learned that self-protection looks like self-attack. That staying vigilant means staying harsh. If tears come, let them. You're not falling behind. You're softening. You are a living body doing an extraordinary amount of work just to be here. Your heart keeps beating day after day without asking you to be grateful for it. Your breath keeps finding its way in and out. Your body has been solving problems for you since the day you were born. You don't have to marvel at your body. You don't have to love it. You don't even have to like it. You only have to let it be the place you live. If you've survived things that changed you, that matters. What you lived through required courage, even if you never called it that. You don't have to keep proving it. You don't have to carry that edge forever. You're allowed to acknowledge what it took without making suffering a requirement for worth. You're allowed to choose gentleness now, not because you're weak, but because you've carried enough. You matter because you are here. There has never been another person exactly like you, and there never will be again. Your way of seeing, feeling, responding, your presence, changes the spaces you move through, even if no one ever names it. You are not here to live inside other people's expectations. You are not here to shrink so others stay comfortable. You are not here to spend your life fixing yourself. Wholeness is not something you earn by trying harder. It's not the reward for getting it right. It's not the end point of perfect healing. Wholeness is what happens when you stop abandoning yourself. You don't need to become someone new, and you don't need to hustle your way into worthiness. You are allowed to choose yourself gently. You are allowed to be on your own side. If today all you can do is exist, that is enough. If you leave this and forget everything that was said, your worth remains. Nothing here needs to be carried all at once. Let it return to you when you need it. You are worth the work of coming home to yourself, and you don't have to abandon yourself to do it.